This afternoon, we honor Mr. Pakin, whose purpose throughout his career as a broadcast journalist, author, and filmmaker has been to engage, inform, and educate Canadians. He is best known as host of TV Ontario's flagship public affairs program, The Agenda. Focusing on issues important to Ontarians and to the world, the show explores social, political, cultural, and economic matters. In 1992, he arrived at TV Ontario and began to create, produce, and host a variety of programs, reaching new levels of excellence in current affairs reporting and analysis. He was also an anchor and Queen's Park correspondent for CBC Television's Toronto station, and he has moderated 3 federal and 3 provincial election leaders' debates. Mr. Pakin is the author of several books, writing about Canadian politicians, including his most recent book about Ontario's 18th Premier, titled Bill Davis, Nation Builder, and Not So Bland After All. He places high priority on the importance of educational issues and currently serves as Chancellor of Laurentian University in Sudbury. In 2013, he was made an Officer of the Order of Canada, and in the following year was appointed to the Order of Ontario. I present to you, Mr. Chancellor, Mr. Steve Pakin, candidate for the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By the authority vested in me by the Senate of York University, I hereby confer upon you, Stephen, the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Admitto te ad gradum.
Thank you for that very generous introduction. You've been a guest on our program numerous times, so I guess that's why you know the program a bit, but I don't want to assume that anybody else here knows about it. So at the risk of embarrassing myself off the top here, is there anybody here who's actually seen the agenda on TVO? Okay, good. I appreciate that. Sometimes I fear it's just my parents watching, so I'm very glad to hear that. Congratulations to all you graduates today. It's wrong of me to do this, but I am going to single out a few of you as my favorites. Paluk and Tamam said as they were waiting to go up, I watch your show, so that's good, I like that. Chaudine took it another step forward, said we use your show in our classes, I like that. And then Nabil said, I want to be invited on someday. I thought that was pretty cool. I want to truly express my gratitude to all of you for letting me horn in on your day. I know you had no choice in the matter, but I promise to be brief so we can get to what you really came to experience today, which is, after all, you celebrating your degrees and not watching me get mine. Having said that, this is a very big deal for me today, and it's not because I went to York University, because truth be told, I didn't, but I do have enormous regard for your outgoing president, who has one of the toughest jobs anywhere in the post-secondary world of this country. And Dr. Shukri, I want to thank you for the honor of sharing the stage with you at what is, after all, one of your final convocations as president of York. Thank you so much, sir. And I also need to thank your chancellor, Greg Sorbara, who, believe it or not, I have known for more than 30 years, since he was a 39-year-old rookie MPP at Queen's Park. In fact, I think the very first time he ever visited Queen's Park was to walk through the front door as an MPP, which is pretty hilarious if you think about it. Now, Chancellor, I have very fond memories of trying to be a very difficult pain in the ass when you were in David Peterson's government and I was in the Legislative Press Gallery. We both seem to have survived the experience. Not only that, my mother, who's out there somewhere today, was also the chair of one of your top advisory councils when you were the Colleges and Universities Minister. I'm not sure she was as big a pain in the butt to you as I was. Maybe she was, I don't know. Mom, were you as big a pain to him as I was? I'm not sure. But anyway, I can tell you, there is no other chancellor anywhere in the world that I would rather receive this marvelous honor from. And I hope you graduates all appreciate the fact this guy, you come up to him, you have an individual conversation with him, he greets you by name. It's an individual, memorable experience, and he doesn't just do it today, he does it 13 times. You've got a great chancellor here at York University. Well done, Mr. Sorbara. We also share a love of two very important things in life. One, of course, is politics, and the other is baseball. So, Mr. Chancellor, I'm sure you will appreciate what I am about to probably ill-advisedly reveal to everybody here, which is, and you'll remember the days when 30-plus years ago, Bill Davis used to sneak a transistor radio into his desk at Queen's Park with a little earphone so he could listen to the Blue Jay afternoon games. Well, as you know, my favorite team is the Red Sox, and they happen to be playing right now. It's 4-2 in the 8th inning. I've been watching the game all the way along on my BlackBerry here. So I thought just in the interests of tradition I should do that, and it's not over till it's over. That is true. Thank you so much as well. Can I also just acknowledge that my fabulous father, Larry, and my sensational son, Zach, are also here today, and I love you guys very much, and I thank you for sharing this day with me as well. Now, I know my job here is to offer a few pearls of wisdom quickly. The problem is, the older I get, the realize I know less, and I feel less qualified to offer advice. Having said that, I am going to try, and I know that the way these things work is that you're usually supposed to offer 3 pieces of advice. Given the time, I'm going to make it 2. We'll all get out of here faster, okay? So here we go. And I'm not pretending I heard somebody applaud. I'm not pretending that these are profound pieces of advice, but I think they have served me well over the years, so let's see how it goes. Number 1, I hope you were nice to your classmates. There's a very good reason why I'm saying that. Besides the fact that nice is very underrated, and I'm serious about that, wait till you get into the big, cruel world, and you'll realize how few people there are out there that are actually nice, and when you experience it, it's really great and it makes your day. There's a serious, self-interested reason to be nice. In 1978, I went to Victoria College at the University of Toronto. Nearly 40 years ago, I tried to be nice to everyone, and it's a good thing, because one of the women I used to hang around with in those days, who I was nice to, became my boss at TVO. So you never know. That person you're being nasty to today may be in a position to hinder your journey in life tomorrow. So be nice. Next piece of advice, number 2. You have one big advantage over me insofar as when I graduated at the beginning of the 1980s, I did so smack into the teeth of what was at that time the worst recession since the Great Depression. And trying to find that first job was very, very hard. It took me a year to get that first job. I, like you, had the education, but my timing wasn't great. All of you are graduating into an economy which is much better than the one I experienced. The unemployment rate was almost twice as high back then as it is today. So that's a wonderful advantage that you have. However, it doesn't mean you won't face your share of rocky roads out there. It is almost always challenging to get that first job, but for those of you not pursuing another degree or who are about to enter the world of work, if you think the career that you want to pursue is absolutely, positively what you were put on this earth to do, then you mustn't ever give up. And remember this advice when it feels too hard, too impossible, and when you've received yet another rejection letter. Now, where are all you Masters of Public Policy, Administration, and Law grads? Where are you all? Hands up. Just show me some hands. Okay, over there. Now look it. If you think you were put on this earth to improve the way public policy moves from idea to reality, and that's what you need to do, then keep at it. Some of you will get jobs right away, and you'll be off to the races. Good for you. You don't need this advice. Others of you, like me, will get a stack of rejection letters. And looking for that job can be very frustrating. It can be debilitating to your self-esteem. But remember, every door that slams in your face is progress. You get a little better each time out at how to do a job interview, how to sell yourself, what to emphasize, what not to. Now, you students graduating with doctorates or your masters in economics, political science, social political thought, hands up, where are you over here? Okay, good. I don't know where you want to go. I don't know where you want your path to take you. Maybe you want to be some future Greg Sorbera's deputy minister. I don't know. Maybe you want to be the next Greg Sorbera, a finance minister or the president of a party or whatever. If you feel that you are absolutely, positively meant to do that work and be on that mission, then you mustn't give up until you get there. Let me finish with this. When my second-born son graduated from high school, one of his teachers used a line in describing him that not only made me very proud as his dad, but I also thought it was just brilliant in probably describing all of you here tonight. His teacher looked at him and said, "Why fit in when you were born to stand out. So you've had to stand out to get to where you are today. So keep going, keep standing out, keep being outstanding. Work hard, have fun, and do what you have now been so well educated to do. Thank you very much, everybody, and congratulations.